Almost live. It's loading.
I love on my side.
I know, right? Like, whoa, wait a minute. How you guys been?
Dude,
Good, being good. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start recording in four, three, two, one. Go. All right, hey everybody, we're back. It's the SVP vlogcast. I'm here with special guests tonight, Herb Tona, aka Lorenzo,
Oh,
and Mo Lester.
love y'all.
Oh, I'm getting like a live. Damn it. I'm getting like the feedback. Can you hear it?
no.
We don't hear. It's probably on his side.
Yeah, we're clear over here.
Yeah.
As long as no one else has it on their feed and their
Yeah, let's
laptop.
try that again.
No worries.
I was hearing like myself talking delayed.
Mm,
You guys didn't hear that?
no. You sounded clear.
Your mic is probably facing the same direction as the monitor. Rotate it or something.
Yeah, rotate. Hey, y'all like my poster?
Try again. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, this is definitely a problem. Shit.
All right.
So let me, how about I wonder if that works now. Back to the meeting. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So it says we're live. I want to bounce over to the chat real quick and see if they
Says
can.
they're not live. You're not live.
Says we're not live.
Yeah, I'm monitoring
It
this.
says live.
They're saying they can't see it.
Is there? Do he have to like toggle something to turn it on or something?
Yeah, it says it's on. Well,
So
it says it's on.
yeah, I got a green shield check and everything.
You know, everybody, this is
Yeah.
live on YouTube,
Yeah, I see that.
and then over here in the YouTube, it's
You're
maybe
still
they're
trying to get it to go.
Refresh.
What a
says
freaking hot day today. Jeez.
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, I think they're live.
Okay, so let's go back here. I want to hit record. All right, here we go.
Chat going crazy.
Record to the cloud. All right, guys. Hey, welcome back. It's the SVP Vlogcast. I'm here with the homies, Herb Tona, aka Lorenzo Schaffner, and also with Mo Lester, aka Lester Cabrera. True story behind that. I had to tell my boy for a long time. I kept calling him Mo because I couldn't remember his name was Lester. So if Mo Lester, but I know these dudes
Right.
from the car club that we're in together, Mopar SoCal. Shout out! And as always, I've got my trusty sidekick, my ride or die, my right hand woman, Miss Vicky
And I will not be on camera.
La Jefe Perez. She's the president of the car club, so she's always in the background if you hear some voice in the background. And also want to send a shout out to, we're trying something new tonight. We're doing a live view on YouTube. Of course, we'll post the video later for everyone who wants to go back and take a look at it. All 13 viewers and subscribers. Um, we love you. Don't go anywhere. We promise this will get better. But all right, so let's chop it up, fellas. I want to bring these guys in a little bit. I haven't said or talked much about the car club on the vlog. So what I'm going to start doing is bringing in guests. I found out, oddly enough, that there's quite a few of you guys out in our car club that have like some really interesting stories and life experiences. So I figured I'd bring you guys in and we chop it up and get to know some new people. So maybe why don't you kick us off, or maybe give us a quick introduction? Kind of just give us a quick intro.
All right, for sure. Well, as you know, I'm Herb, and I'm also the coat marshal. I bring the positive vibes all the time. It doesn't matter where we're at. We could be at church, we could be somewhere else. It doesn't matter. But I love to bring the positive vibes. So, and I also drive the 2019 Daytona Charger. So, yep, that's me.
What about you? Where'd you grow up, man? Like, are you a native? You know, I see you with that Patriots hat on your head.
No, I'm not from Boston, and I'm from West LA. I went to Hamilton High School, and that's all I know is LA, man. I was born and raised, been pretty much everywhere up and down California. So, but I love it out here. This is home, man. Can't go nowhere else.
And you're over like on the beach, right? Like over in Pedro.
Yeah, the dirty Cabrillo Beach. It's freaking dirty as hell, man. Don't take your kids there. Don't even go there for yourself because it's super dirty, way dirtier than Dockwaller. So,
Oh wow,
it's pretty dirty.
Just a little background, since he was born and raised in West LA, give us a little history on the Patriots and how that came about.
Yeah. How did the Patriots thing come about, man?
So pretty much I came from the video game era, and I've been playing all type of video game systems. I started with Madden 92 for all you old heads out there that's been playing Madden forever. And the Patriots was that team that was just like pretty much overall 99, and I just gravitated towards that team. And then I started watching NFL in real life and started getting the background and getting to know the players and the coaches and everything. So I guess I chose a great team to roll with, you know, for the past 20 or so years. So it is what it is, man. You know, I get a lot of hate from everybody. You're not from Boston. Can you name a street in Boston? Like, it doesn't matter. A fan is a fan, man. I mean, shit, I don't question anybody else about their teams like that, but I get a lot of heat for it. So.
right?
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up, man? Did you catch a lot of gas from your friends in school being a Patriots fan? I mean, I imagine like LA sports fans are pretty diehard, bro, and like honestly, like even before the Tupac and Biggie beef, like
right.
there ain't ever been much love between the coasts, right?
Not at all. Not honestly. I haven't got any heat from like friends I grew up with. It's other people that I don't know that are like diehard fans of like the Raiders or the Packers or anything.
Right.
You know, getting all these mean mug looks and mad dogging me and all this stuff. But
right, which kind of reminds me, like, not to interrupt you, but that kind of a quick story, right? When we were in Vegas with our car club, about a month ago.
Oh man!
Why don't you tell us what happened there?
So if I'm the only one that's pretty much a Patriots fan in the car club, and I'm pretty much from head to toe Patriot gear, and we go to the bar, and I'm with my car club, and I got Raider fans in there, and I don't really talk too much about them, you know, but their family, you know, and this guy, everybody, you know, Las Vegas Raiders, you know, everybody's like feeling good about their team, new setting. I get that, but it's like, a Cowboy fan comes out of nowhere and try to talk shit to me, like, bruh, I'm not here by myself, you know. And
to add some detail here, like this dude, like literally,
walked up to me.
You were walking out of the bathroom, right? And then he like literally walked up to you and like, didn't he put a hand on you, like grab you?
Nah, he didn't grab me. It's just like honestly, like I should have been on my toes a little bit more, but since my family's around, I kind of get to relax about my surroundings. But I came from the bathroom. I mean, dude could have came behind me, could have did something to me in the bathroom, but he waited for me to come out to talk shit, which was the smartest idea he could have done. But it's just like, don't come up to me talking shit if you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't go up to people talking shit to them because I don't know them. Right. You know, I could have a bad day, or that person can have a bad day. You say the wrong thing about something, and shit can happen. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta kind of respect people, and you gotta, you know your limits when you're talking about people, because you know some words hurt, man.
But you know, Cowboy fans, man, like maybe I can blow back on this, man, but it ain't. They're not the brightest bulbs in the pack, man. Like. I'm talking about like out of all sports, man. Like I've never seen a fan base. And I'm trying to be careful how I word this. Like let's just say as special as they are. Like that's a
Yeah.
special group of folks, man. Like Lester, if that's not your team, man, like I would say I apologize, but I don't, man. You know what I mean? Like you can't fix stupid, but
Nah, I definitely understand that. And it's like everybody talks about Tom Brady, this Tom Brady that. Yeah, he was the superstar on there, but you got to remember it's a whole franchise. We still got Bill Belichick. So for some Cowboy fan to come to me and talk shit about my ex quarterback, why they can't sign their own quarterback, millions of dollars. It's like, bruh, you lost this battle. You guys are irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the last time y'all been to the Super Bowl, let alone the playoffs, and really dominate? You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I have fun with it. Like,
that jersey.
Yeah,
That's a
man. Like,
shame.
yeah.
I
It's a
mean,
cool
I know it's
squad,
a
man. Like,
dagger, but
Cowboy fans are the biggest clown squad, man. Like, watch. I know there's gonna be some.
I think we have
you have one.
fan member, so
Yeah,
let's be nice.
not really.
But I mean, for
We're not
me,
here.
I feel like wearing that jersey is like being from a gang. Like, you shouldn't be wearing this jersey around here. You know
Well,
what I'm
I
saying?
would
But
tell
I
you
really
what
don't
the
care.
key signifies, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's for mature audiences.
No. That's just the feeling I get while wearing that jersey anywhere I go. It's just like everybody hates the Patriots because we cheated, blah blah blah, whatever. But it is what it is. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Right.
So
So
Let Lester do it.
tell us a little bit about growing up, man. What was it like to grow up in your shoes, bro? Like, I mean, were you a ball player, man? Were what was your kind of your path or your role through kind of coming up and for context, man, like what year did you graduate high school?
I'm class of 2010.
Woo.
So I was born in 92. Yeah, I'm a young buck out here. I don't want to hear it. I'm a young buck out here. Nah, but just growing up on the west side of LA, you got all different type of race of people. And honestly, I grew up on the side where it was a bunch of Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? And I got to learn that culture a little bit more. When they have parties, go in there, dance, ask for food, you know what I'm saying? Get to know them and everything like that. But I went to school with a bunch of cool people, man. Like, I grew up with a lot of cool people.
You stay out of trouble, man, or were you
Man, the only trouble I got into when I was in high school at the age of 18, and at that point in my life, I was like really angry and really like, fuck the world, like live free, die young type of shit, and a situation happened, got into a fight, I broke his jaw, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go in full detail on that.
you're like,
But
the court case still pending?
nah, it's just been over 10 years, but it's just, for me, I don't like to boast about that because I'm not really a fighter. But if you bring that out of me, like, I will have to defend myself by all means, you know what I'm saying? But that was the only time I got in trouble, when I was 18. It's like when I turned 18, like, life happened. Like, shit was coming at me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What were you so angry about, man? Like, what?
just believe it or not, like, I had a crazy childhood, man. Like, really, like, damaged and everything like that. Like, it's cool. I could talk about it now because I'm happy and I'm in a better place now. You know what I'm saying? But back then, before you guys knew me, like, I was a really angry person. Like, I didn't give a damn who you were. Like, I just wanted to fight. I just wanted to just get in trouble type. I know it's like different from me now because I'm always smiling and everything, but definitely like get into that fight, going to jail, being locked up for 3 days, not knowing what's going to happen because I'm by myself for the first time. I couldn't call mommy and daddy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that point in my life changed me. Shit, even before 18, at 17 years old, I was walking home one day and almost got shot and killed. Like, the gun was in my face, like, and he cocked it back. I was looking at the barrel, like,
Were you getting jacked or what was
nah, I guess they were looking for the wrong people, and I guess I was at the wrong place at the right time. But
wearing Patriots gear? That's probably why.
no, not even. No, it was just I was literally around the corner from my house, and There's a bridge from the good side and the bad side of where we lived at in West LA. It was called the Tunnel of Death because that tunnel, like people get shot there and people get jacked there, and I always felt like, well, I'm okay. People know me around here. I know all the gangs. I know everybody. Went to school with them. I'm okay. Hell no. As soon as I went across that on the other side, man, like several dudes popped up, was like, hey, where are you from? Blah, 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 and had the gun. And luckily 2 people at that group knew me and told the guy to put the gun down, like, oh, he's the bro, like he's the cool homie, like he ain't into nothing like that. Just leave him alone. And man, when I tell you I ran home so fast, like I'm talking about you saying boat fast, bruh. I was scared shitless. Like I had my hands up and I just thought about what I could have done in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the past. I'm looking towards the future. Like, damn, I can't do none of this shit. So it was a real moment of truth in life, man. And here I am now.
Yeah,
10 years later.
Yeah, that's good. That's kind of crazy to hear, man. Just because honestly, I've only known you for about a year, and you're probably one of the most positive people that I have ever met. Like you said, always a smile, always a joke. And
definitely the life of the show when you come around. It's definitely lightens up.
Right. Yeah, and you're kind of.
I appreciate that.
And then when we get to party, you're always fun to party with. But
it is very fun.
But Lester, so like, why don't you give us a quick intro about yourself? You honestly, Lester, you're probably the longest standing member that I know the least about, and other than that, you're a veteran, and I'll let you tell that story. But so I'm kind of anxious to kind of hear you kind of give us some backdrop on kind of where you're from and what you're about.
Good evening. My name is Lester. Like I said, yeah, I joined the group back in January. I drive the 2015 Hellcat Challenger. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, a welder by trade now that I'm out. Been doing this for about 11 years. And today, as a matter of fact, it was just announced. I just found out that the company I'm currently with right now just got acquired by a bigger company. For the conversation, I won't get into that. Like I said, I've been doing that. That's how I've been, paying the bills and stuff. I also grew up out here in Los Angeles. Here, all over Los Angeles. I lived in West LA. I lived in East LA, Montebello, Downey, Whittier, Alhambra now. I've been all over the place in Los Angeles. I actually knew. Well, I just mentioned it earlier in the chat that I've never. Believe it or not, I've never been to a Lakers game. I love all Dodgers. all LA teams except for football. I'm a Niners fan, diehard Niners fan.
Oh, Lord.
For the same reason, believe it or not, for nearly the same reason that Lorenzo did. It was a video game. Except mine started from Techno Bowl.
Okay, I'll give you some clout for that, man. Like,
yeah, I'm a little
like Lorenzo. You ever play Tecmo Bowl?
No, I have not.
Oh my!
Yeah, imagine Tecmo Bowl would be. A little bit before your time. If you're born in '92, that Tecmo Bowl's like before your time.
Yeah, man. I used to bust people with Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl.
Damn!
And at the time
the only team that could stop him was that '85 Bear team.
Yeah,
man. But I'll get
they had the best defense.
Yeah, and it was funny because just like you, I was playing with every different team. I almost became a Lions fan because of Barry Sanders. Like I almost became I was like playing a lot with the Raiders and the Niners. But the Niners, I just had the most fun with because I kept it was Montana and Rice. So it was always Montana to Rice. That was easy.
Oh yeah, that was business.
And I liked this team very much. I was like, I want to catch it live. But when I said that to myself, I was 8 years old, and I just happened to catch. It was the '93 Super Bowl when the Cowboys beat the Bills. And
oh damn!
I really hope that's the last time I make them relevant, but I doubt they will be. And then the following years when I started watching the Niners games and all, like, and nobody else taught me to follow them or nothing. That was just wanted to watch them play. And so now it's like I go. There's so much of my life that I used to go out of my way for them. Like I would clear my schedule. Like, games, like, oh, it's Sunday, it's football season. That's it, boom. You know, that's Niners Day. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? And like Lorenzo, there was only those for a very long time before Brady showed up. I only knew one dude that was a bona fide Patriots fan. His name was Edgar. He was a quarterback for my high school team. He was a couple years older than me, and I met him. I know him through my mom. You know, and when I first met him, he caught me playing, playing video games, and he was like, "Oh, what's your favorite team?" I said, "Niners." And I said, "What's your favorite team?" This is 1995. The only team you hear about, I mean, living in Boyle Heights, the only teams you hear about is Raiders, Cowboys, Niners.
Yeah.
Like the end. That's it. At that time it was like you're either a Raiders fan, a Cowboys fan, or a Niners fan, or you're just fucking weird. And that dude hit me with, "Oh, I'm a Patriots fan." I was like, "Oh, fuck." They're ballsy, dude. You really like football. And so I was like, "This guy, he really likes football. He's not just wearing the colors." Like, and that's pretty much what it was. And like he mentioned earlier, it was like that. Like you're probably one of those three, generally because you were probably just wearing a certain color in a certain area, and it was like, yeah, okay. Most people were either going to be Dodgers. In my side, or in East LA, you were either a Dodgers, Raiders, or Cowboys. Never saw anybody wearing 49ers gear or anything like that. And it was like, well, if you did, it was, oh shit. That's pretty, it's pretty ballsy. And at the time, he told me that he was the only dude for so long until Brady shows up. And yeah, and even then after, like, and I went through the 90s, being spoiled by the 90s Niners, who were incredibly strong team, of course. They were always in the playoffs and such, so everybody thought I was spoiled by that and everything. But yeah, like I said, I had to go through those 2000s decade of obscurity, irrelevance.
Right. So kind of like same thing I asked Lorenzo. Like, what was what was your life's experience, or maybe the high points or low points, if you want to care to indulge, kind of
It's funny
your childhood or growing up, man. And you said you bounced around a lot of different places, man. So I'm sure you probably, in just the spots that you rattled off, man, I'm like, yeah, I know you've seen some shit, right? And And what class are you, man? Just so we have some context of kind of what era you're in.
I graduated high school in 2002, actually. It was 36.
Oh, okay.
So you were right on the back end of the 90s, like going through like middle school, high school.
I mean, I was the where were you when 9/11 kids, and we were seniors at that time, or just,
Yikes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we were in the middle of, we were there. I mean, we had bomb threats in high school and shit like that. We had a bunch of stupid shit. But no, it actually, to be honest, it doesn't sound too far off from what Lorenzo had. It wasn't exactly the best goal. We didn't exactly have the best hands out. I think I explained it when we were at sitting down for breakfast after that rising coffee. Talking to Marty, and I said, like, by definition, I would be considered. I would have, my upbringing would have been considered, severely below the poverty line in America. Where, I rely heavily on the government. I'm just gonna fucking be the first. I'm not afraid to say. I'm not ashamed to say that we rely heavily on the government. Food stamps, welfare, all that trash.
Yeah, man. Like, I think everybody has it at some point in life.
And also we got because my mom didn't really know any better. She was an immigrant here. She didn't really know any better. So like we, like I told Marley that day, like we were kind of afraid to like if we got injured in any reason, if she was afraid to go to the hospital or anything like that, like no, that's
I know that fucking answer.
And it was I mean, we still did our best, but I feel like we got it from all angles. So it was like if it wasn't the neighborhood that would bug us, it would be it's gonna be like maybe law enforcement. It wasn't like we belonged to anyone particular, so it almost felt like we were super vulnerable. So that would be the big word, like vulnerable. Like we got it from all that. We have no family out here. Like I said, I still live out here myself. No immediate family whatsoever out here in LA, and I've been here all this time.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Share High School in Montebello. Yeah, I mean, that was actually, just to be honest, that was actually a really good high school. I remember when we moved in Montebello to Montebello in 1997. Okay, and to my mom, we moved from Boyle Heights to Montebello, and to her, that was like moving up to like the suburbs.
Oh no.
That was like she made it out of the hood at that time. So to her, that was like her one standing legacy that she said, like, I just wanted you to go to your high school as a kid. It was like a proud moment. I was like, well, cool.
Montebello was considered bougie though, because I'm class of '96, and when we would go hang out in LA and we end up at somewhere in Montebello was considered, the uppity up of that area.
It is gone.
Wow.
Such a different direction since then. You're my lady. Kiki is like, yo, Montebello is like super fucking active. When she would come over to my house, she'd be like, this place is fucking sketchy. I'd be like, what are you talking about, babe? As the choppers are flying by and the cops are, driving fast. I'm like,
only because you're on that side of town. That's
it's just, then I realized, like, she's right. Like, Montebello has gone south so fast, and yeah, it used to be revered as like if you lived there, you were essentially safe. It used to be very neutral. Now it's like, you got a lot of you do have a lot of activity there, which we're in East LA when we were at that meet a couple of weeks ago. We were in East LA, which is right next door. It's like a mile or two away. It's not even that far. That's why.
What's probably the craziest thing that's happened to you while you were in high school? I think, Herb, what I heard from you was like being at gunpoint. Like I've had a gun, not pointed at me, but I was at a party where there was some guns pulled, pointed in both directions.
Believe it or not, high school, I didn't see much of that in high school. But like Lawrence said, I was an angry dude. Like, to say the least, I was an angry kid also. Like, man, I was a skate rat. I just wanted to run out there and just skate all day. I would be out all day. The punks were my life, and the metalheads, and the backyard parties. That's all it was about. But it was actually before and after where I saw more incidents. I lived in West LA during the riots, during the Rodney King riots.
Shit.
They swept right through my town. I thought we were safe.
Did you go out and get a free to get a new TV or a VCR? I know a lot of you young Thundercats don't know what the VCR is. But
I know what the VCR is.
I think I got to play Tecmo Bowl.
Hey, like we're past statute of limitations now too, so you can be honest. Like,
no, I'll be totally honest. I was 7 years old when that happened, and there was a Circuit City.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's Circuit City. That's my city. What?
It was like a little shopping center with a Circuit City, with a Toys R Us, and a shop called Music Plus back in the day. It was like a music store.
I remember Music Plus.
Y'all remember
like Pep Boys, and there was a couple other like little local shit. And we just saw the big plume of smoke in the sky outside. We all were on the alley, and sure enough, we were like, we knew right away that's Circuit City. And we saw everybody running over there. We saw everyone just taking off. My mom didn't let us go, of course. Like, you know, my brother and I were 7 and 8. But I had another teenage brother who was 15, and he took off with our neighbors. Boom, gone. They come back maybe like 20 minutes later, truckload of stuff. The entire back end of the truck.
Oh yeah, I remember watching it on TV, man. I was like,
I'll never forget some dude is trying to push a massive TV down the alley. I mean, he's trying hard. It's just like rolling. I was like, oh my goodness. And finally, after my mom saw the truck roll up with all the stuff in the back, she was like, okay, let's go. Like, let's go. We got, and there was nothing left. I mean, the cops, all they did was like, if they managed to stop anyone, they just grabbed whatever in your hand and they let it go.
Damn.
You know, that was it.
wow.
And
That's what we see today. Shit.
I honestly, I haven't even seen that. I don't know, but I mean, before anything goes any further, yeah, that was 92, yeah, and the one thing I can say is that I know that happened generally because it was one of those like things where if you don't do it, you're almost alienating yourself in a sense, like you're exposing yourself.
Yeah.
So you'll roll with it at least to blend and let it pass. I know there's a whole lot of people that got affected by it, and I know there's some even in our group that got affected by rioting and looting, and you know what I'm saying, you can get into that all day later on or whatever, to want to have a conversation. But yeah, that was the thing. That was 92. That's it. And like I say, most of the stuff that I mean, if there was anything that I really experienced, it was either before and after high school. High school actually wasn't really that bad for me. It was just not your typical high school shenanigans, I guess.
Shenanigans.
So
Wait,
you
there's
bought,
one little fact real quick. In middle school, in 8th grade, I believe. I know it's so stupid now because we were really dumb and kids, like really stupid kids. We had like the racial fights with the blacks versus Mexicans and shit like that. I look back at it now, I was like, we were so stupid.
Yeah.
And like now we're friends now to this day. And you know, I have a kid with a Hispanic woman. So it's just like that shit was just crazy to me. Of like how you didn't go through that, Lester, is like shit. I guess it's where you grow up, man. It's just
yeah,
like, it comes at you.
we had that out in Moreno Valley. I went to Moreno Valley High School, and that was definitely a melting pot of different like characters, I guess you could say. But yeah, so there was definitely like the whole blacks versus Mexicans, like there was fights every day, but it wasn't until they found a common enemy, and it was the Vietnamese. Once they found out that they both didn't like the Vietnamese, man, and you know, and I'm in like the jock group, man, but I had friends who, you know, were connected, you know, to other groups who were kind of getting in trouble, you know, through different sports teams, you know, in school and out of school, and yeah, I think there was only one time where I was in the main quad and shit like really jumped off, man, and like I didn't have to fight nobody, but I was kind of fighting my way out of the fight, you know, like just trying to get away from it. And I think I saw that our campus supervisor guy, you know, the guy with the radio and all that, and like that dude took one to the dome like from jump, man. Like he was like, "Hey, fellow, stop it!" And bam, and dude, he crumbled like a deck of cards, man. It was like, I hate to say it was funny, man, but because it really wasn't right how dirty he did, but you know. But there was always shit like that going down in my high school, and so Lester, you're kind of through school, and like, what pushes you to the military, bro? Like, I think I'm also a Marine vet, so you know we connect on that level, and I have a lot of friends, as I'm sure I know you do too, And people end up in the Marine Corps for a lot of different reasons. Some good, some not so good. But definitely a lot of interesting stories. And so, like, what kind of what's your path there? And
Easily the short of it was just it was the opportunity. Um, since and this is again going back to the whole just don't know any better. You know, uh, I felt like that would be an opportunity for me to kind of like square up with this country for living off of them for so long. So in other words, like, hey, I received, food stamps and welfare for so long that I felt like, well, if I can do this, I would do it. And um, actually didn't know, like, my buddy who just came back from Iraq, he was on a post deployment leave, and he had just came back from the initial push in 2003. So that big famous invasion of Iraq and all that. He was there. All of that. And he came back and he was like, "Hey, dude, you ever talk about the Marine Corps?" I was like, "Oh," he was like, he's like, you want to talk to my recruiter, buddy? I was like, the fuck, like, okay, whatever. It was pretty much that. Like, it was just the opportunity. Like, I had no idea I could. And all up until the day I took off, I was like, something's gonna happen they're just gonna be like, oh, that's right, bro, like, you can't go, like, And the uh the the day of that I went to that I took off to boot camp, the sergeant major of MEX pulled me in and asked me to talk to him, right? And he said, "Hey, I know you want to be a combat engineer." I said, "Sure, I wanted to be a welder for the Marine Corps." He said, "You want to be a combat engineer, right?" I was like, "Yeah." So, well, check it out. You have 2 felonies. So on your record, that means you can't go unless we decide what you're gonna do. And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Open contract. That means you waive your right to decide what you want to be, and we get to pick."
right.
Like,
Wow.
In civilian terms, right? So, like, what that means is if you were to, let's say you were to go apply at a job at Walmart, right? Walmart would say, okay, you're hired, but guess what? We're going to tell you what you're going to do, whether you're going to be working in the deli, whether you're going to be a cashier, but this is
Right.
4 years of your life, and uh, yeah, and it's by, I would say it's by design. There's a lot of kids who've gotten in some trouble, and it's either court ordered or not court ordered that they go to the Marine Corps. And it's usually kids who've like had some felonies, gotten into trouble. I mean, they make good Marines, right? Because the Marine Corps is like the biggest gun club of alpha males, right? Like, I mean,
Mm.
it's definitely a different branch of service than even the Army. So yeah, I had a lot of friends like that too. I had one friend from Brooklyn, and one of my good friends to this day. And man, he was an adopted kid, was in a house full of other kids, 5 other adopted kids, like not much to go around. I mean, he would tell me stories about when they had not a whole lot to eat, like because you're sharing with 2 adults and 5 brothers and sisters. And but man, this guy, man, he was the coolest dude, but he was the greediest motherfucker, man. Like, um, when he finally got into the military and he was making a little bit of money, we'd have barbecues, and this guy was doing mess hall duty. And so what that means to like the civilian world is like you take a month out of your regular work schedule and you're going and working in like the mess hall, which is a huge restaurant. So this cat was
Okay.
bringing home all the shit from the mess hall, like supplies, and he was like stocking up for like the apocalypse, right? Like he had shit all over his room. And I'd go up there and ask the dude, like, "Hey man, let me borrow some fucking salt or something, bro." And like he wouldn't like let you have the salt shaker. He's like, "No, motherfucker, that's mine." And blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, bro, I'm not asking you for a fucking T-bone. I just want to borrow some
Bullshit.
ketchup, right? And man, that's so.
I definitely understand where he's coming from because I have a big family too, and like he wants to be selfish because he finally, for the first time in his fucking life, he gets to have something for himself. Don't ask me for no ketchup because no, leave it alone. So I get it.
I very much still struggle with that. I very much try to, you know, hoard a little bit of the things that I had, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I, you know, in a sense, if this makes any sense, or the picture is, that's why I'm not touching the car, like, because I'm actually hoarding right now all the money that I'm earning to pay it off. Like, you know, all that, because it's like you said, like, this is probably the most I've ever earned since the Marine Corps, and that's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because unless you're deploying, like you make dog shit in the military, like, and that's across the board. It's not like, oh, these fools are doing more than these guys, so therefore they get it. No, we're all making the same. Like, I know how much, you know, I know how much Sean would be making based off his rank and his time in service. Like, I would know exactly how much he's making. You know, like he's married or not. Like, I could look all that up. You know what I'm saying? But if you're deployed, you're making way fucking more.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And so now that I'm like, you know, doing what I'm doing now, I'm actually like, I don't know, like, go with money, you know, and but yeah, like, I just thought all up until the day I joined, the day I became a Marine, I was like, someone's gonna tell me that, oh, you can't do this, you can't do it, you can't do it, and it never happened, you know. Every day kept passing, and it was like that day never came that somebody was gonna stop me. And I totally forgot, it was a funny story. I was already in my unit, right? Like at first tanks. And I was a young PST, dude. I joined, and I think it was like my third month there. And these two students showed up to the shop one morning. These two straight up students, and everybody's like, "What the fuck are these guys?" Oh, we're FBI. Actually, we need to talk to PFC Cabrera.
Oh damn.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, my my staff sergeant at the time, I'll never get his name, Staff Sergeant Bird. He was like, he pulled me to the side. He goes, "Hey Cabrera, what's going on, Devil?" And I was like, what's going on? And he goes, "That's FBI over there. They want to talk to you. Like, hey, is there anything you gotta tell me before you talk to them?" I was like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Oh shit.
Or what do you mean is that, you know? And so they set a whole room up and everything, and like they left us alone. It was just them two and I. I was like, what's up? Like, what do you guys want from me? It turns out they do that for everybody that goes in that's still at Stellar in their life.
Oh, what?
And they're like, we just want to be sure that you're more that you don't want to continue on with the life you got going on. I was like, what the fuck? No. Like,
Yeah. I go walking into my first duty station, right? And I'm in when you go check into a unit for the first time, you have to wear your what are they? Your Bravos or Alphas? Your Alphas.
Yeah, your Alphas.
And the Alphas are the big brown coat. It's kind of a formal uniform. And I'm walking down the hallway, and this gunnery sergeant pops out, and he's like, "Hey, what's your name, Devil Dog?" And I'm like, "It's Lance Corporal Pishke, Gunny." He's like, "Oh yeah, Pishke. We're always talking about you down here, Devil Dog. Hell of a job." I'm like, I literally had just gotten off an airplane, you know, into Japan like 10 hours before, and I'm like, what? But anyways, hey guys, we got a couple of questions in the from some of the followers online.
Damn.
We'll send some shout outs here real quick to Ashley, aka Nightmares, following out there and watching.
Hey, besties. I love
Jade's
you.
watching. Jade's look like he's having a good time, man. He's got like 2 pizzas. He's got dual pizza boxes, and he's got it up on the pit.
Is that Smoke Show?
Yeah, new guy.
New booty.
Right?
I told you I'm coming at you.
Everyone's so fucking cool, man.
Yeah. Also Greg is in. I call him QB1 because he played high school quarterback, so I call him QB1.
Oh, the bougie one with the Hellcat. Okay.
Yeah, and your understudy, the Colt Deacon.
Yes. Hello, sir.
On the chat. But so, anyways, I kind of threw out some, I threw out the question on what these guys wanted you guys to talk about, and Nightmare was first. She says, "How did they choose Mopar as your go-to car?"
Okay, I'll go first. Shit, ever since 2006 and 7, when they came out, my mom had the V6. It was in white, and I just fell in love with Mopar. And shit, I've been that person to always say, "Damn, I want that car when I get older, when I make enough money." Blah blah blah. I'll always go on YouTube and look at certain cars that I wanted. Do I want a Charger or a Challenger? And then look at the exhaust, all this sound, etc. And then, just had wifey on the side, you know what I'm saying? She actually gave me this idea to see if they're doing this type of deal to get a car. I went in the same day and I got it. So ever since 2006 and 7, I've been loving Mopar, and I finally have the opportunity to drive it and own one, pretty much.
You ever smash out on Mom Duke's Mopar?
Honestly, to be honest, I didn't have my license at that time, so I was kind of riding the Charger.
And that wasn't stopping them. Vicky was driving when you were what, 13?
Yeah.
She was driving her parents' car when she was fucking 13 years old, bro.
Same here.
And the crazy thing is I think her parents knew. Like, I don't think she had to sneak it.
Just a quick disclaimer: the laws were totally different when
yes, it was.
It was when I turned 16 or 16 when they changed the law where if you weren't licensed, they would take your car away for 30 days.
Oh, so
that's when I had to get licensed.
The laws about getting your car taken. I was going to say, like, unless the laws were different in LA than Inland Empire, you had to be 16 to drive.
You still weren't supposed to be driving, but if you were called, like, okay, pull over, someone come get the car. Then they got
true.
I did get caught driving without a license. They did take my dad's car away. My dad went and told them I took it without permission, so they released it. But I had to go get my license literally
the next day.
Right. So you see why I like this one so much. She doesn't think about, oh, hey, this is the law. She looks at, oh, what is the penalty? And I'm gonna look at the penalty, and then I'm gonna decide, what kind of shady shit I'm gonna do. That's why I keep her. Why I keep her around.
As long as I can afford penalty.
Right.
But my dream car is the Hellcat. Like, I know I have a Daytona right now, and it's a good starter. I always wanted a Hemi. I was like, if I ever get a Mopar, it has to be a Hemi, or I'm walking out the door. It's just my preference, and I just love how it sounds, the engine, how it's made, just everything. So I'm gonna get that Hellcat one day, but definitely Mopar is the best.
How about you, Lester? How'd you land on your Hellcat? Was that something that you always wanted and you kind of like saved up, or was it something that was more impulsive and you're like, oh, well, it's a badass car and I'm gonna get one?
Oh, absolutely, super fucking impulsive. No, the thing was, I'm kind of convinced. I know it's like a really bad joke amongst the Marine community, but I'm actually kind of convinced that it's almost like all inclusive. It's like a Dodge Marine thing goes together. We all do this thing for Dodges, and who knows why. But in 2006, I had another staff sergeant who had an awesome SRT. This thing was bad, and he would drive to work and like, what the, what I'm saying? This thing was killer at the time. Super dope. And then the Challengers came out. And I was like, oh my goodness, I would love a luxury Challenger. At the time, well, of course, I couldn't afford it. There's no way. Like I said, going back, military, it's a joke. It's a joke. I think I was making like $600 every 15 and first.
Remember that
as a sergeant, it was like, no, it's not gonna happen. Anyways, so but I always knew, like, if I can do it, it would be it would be a Challenger. It's like there was like no, it was to me it was like SRT 8 or bust, right? Well, that dream kind of like went away for a very long time until last year when I went through these big life changes last year. I got the job that I'm at now. I got the VA rating and all that, and I was out of debt. I was out of debt. All of that happened all at once, and I was out of debt. So I've been I was up until last year. I was out of debt in 2012, and so I went all that time with with no debt whatsoever. And I said, you know what, like I was out in Sacramento, and I was just stacking money, and I didn't really know what to do with it. And I was talking to my girl Kiki, and I was like, I want to do something with this money. And we were getting all excited. I went, wait. First things first, I need a car. So I started, I was driving her car. I still drive her car. But then I said, I'm gonna look around. I was like, is an SRT still available? And I was like, is an SRT still available? So I went online and started shopping. I went, what? And I saw that, okay, there's Hellcats now. Like, it's a fucking Hellcat. And I started looking into it, and I went, oh shit, I could afford this. And I was like, there's no way. And I found the one that I had. I was like, well, first things first, I want it all black. Got to be manual, and it's got to be my price range and the mileage. And I found it. And I was like, there's no way that this exists. I was out in Sacramento. I was like, I have to go find this. It was out in Pomona where I bought the car. And for everybody that's listening or watching that don't know, like I told you guys last time, I learned how to drive manual on this thing. So that should be like if nothing more, that should be a testament to the technology that has gone into these cars. For anybody that thinks that they're not drivable, you got somebody that learned how to drive manual on this thing.
Right. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Like learning how to drive a manual in a fucking Hellcat, man. Like, talk about little room for error or forgiveness, man. Like, it's 700 horsepower, right? And I'm sure you had fast cars and stuff like that. But so moving on here, Jay, aka Smoke Show. He's like Herb said, he's new to the club, so we're still kind of feeling him out. Our next,
I guess he's cool.
right? Our next meet, Jay. You need to make sure that you got the donuts and coffee on point. I need my morning 3x5.
But he's got a special place in my heart with this question.
3 sugars, 2 creamers. That's the 3x5. Have that ready. But anyways, the question that I think he's eager to hear about is why Mopar owners hate Mustangs. And let me clarify that. It's not just Mustang or Mopar owners. I think it's anybody who doesn't drive a Mustang.
Hates on a Mustang.
Yeah, so I'll kick that off. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. The Mustangs are dangerous, man. They kill people. I mean, every video, anything you see out on the web, man, it's of car shit. It's Mustangs driving over a crowd of people. And it's something about them too. Like, I think, and it's just my theory, that they're the cheapest performance car that is affordable, especially if you are getting an older one. So what happens is you get a lot of these young Thundercats, in these cars that are 450 horsepower, and one, they don't know how to drive a car like that, and two, their balls just dropped, right? So they got like all kinds of testosterone, right? And you kind of, that's definitely like a cocktail for disaster, right? You get these young bucks out on the road, man, and they're like, they want to race, they want to chirp, they want to take over, take over intersections, and these cats aren't prepared to drive these cars, man. And you know what you see is, you know, them driving over people, man. Or I'll kind of wrap up my answer, and I was telling Vicky this the other day, is like, whenever I see a Mustang, it's like the fucking enemy, man. Like I like,
Yo,
you know, it could be like Jesus driving a Mustang, right? And you know what I mean? I'd have to gap him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll
it's
gap
not that.
Jesus.
You don't feel nervous for your ego or your reputation. You feel nervous for your safety. Like, like this dude, what's gonna happen to you if you come near this Mustang?
piece of shit.
Right? Yeah, so I like racing them, but it's just weird because I see those cars and I instinctually feel like they're an enemy. But the thing is like Camaro drivers, and
Man, all right.
who else is out there besides the import guys?
You got the Infinity people. You got the
Yeah.
freaking.
Man, honestly, the Infinity people are the ones that scare me, right? Because those cars, man, if it's the right
If
one,
it's the 37, I believe.
yeah, I don't even know.
35s are slow. The 37s are the ones you gotta watch out for.
Yeah, but anyways, but yeah, that's
It's
kind of like my take on it. I mean, what do y'all have any run on?
I'm gonna set the 2-minute timer, people.
Nah, pretty much it's just pretty much like the enemy. It's just I was on the freeway one day just cruising and one just came up and almost hit me. Just like I mean smack me, you know what I'm saying? And I looked at wifey, I was like, let me go up and see what the fuck is your problem. So I had to put on sport and just gun it, catch up to this person. And I had to tell him, like, you need to chill the fuck out. Like, relax. And you got a kid in the back and all, you trying to show out, like, you gonna get yourself killed out here. And your kid, like, relax, man. And this when I got the car, like, what, a few days. Like, come on. I'm trying to be cool, you know what I'm saying? Even though I am a young Thundercat and I want to do it, but
bro, like Mustangs always want to test you. I mean, hell, even the EcoBoost, you know, cats in the EcoBoost roll up, and you're like, you know what, man, gas is like $4 a gallon right now. I'm not trying to give you the smoke, man, because if I put it in sport mode and I 40 roll you, bro, that's like $15, man. I just don't think highly enough of you to be putting out that kind of money, right? Like, I mean, if I'm putting out $15, like I'm expecting something back.
You should put your Venmo, like a decal, put your Venmo, it'll be like if I beat you, Venmo me.
Right. Like, you gotta put the money in escrow first, right? And then like if you beat me, I'll send it back. But yeah, man, I don't trust. But anyways, moving on. Greg was saying, and Greg's man, this cat, he just got a brand new Hellcat Charger, wide body.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like the first meet that Greg brought that out, man. Like I was a little jealous, man. Like that much, and I was like, damn, like, what am I doing with life, man? Like I should be in one of these cars. But you know what?
Yeah, it's a nice car.
I love our car, you know. But then at the end of the photo shoot, like I was, you know what, man, I love our car. I love what we done with it. It's our car. It's a car that Vicky and I wanted. But anyways, Greg's question was Hellcat Greg, or AKA QB1. His question was, what was your guys' first car?
Oh man, shit. My very first car was a 2015 Corolla, Toyota Corolla Sport. That was my very first car.
Sport, huh?
And it wasn't that very long ago, but you know.
How about you, Lester?
The first car I financed was a 2006 Scion TC.
No, not that you financed, that was your car.
That was my car. That was 2006 Scion TC.
There was like the hamster one. Is that the hamster one or no?
That what? No, that's the that's the
right.
No, that's those are Kias actually. But oh yeah, no.
Yeah, the Kia Soul is the
that
hamster.
that was a cool if you want. No, yeah, we believe it or not, man, we actually didn't have a car in my family until I was 17. And I had with the first paycheck I had in my life, I fucking I bought this little $500 beater from this junkyard,
Okay.
and I don't even remember what it was, but my brother took it to school, and like 3 days later, it just broke down. And it was like, all right, fuck all that. So that's why I'm like, yeah, no, that doesn't really count. The sign would be the first pet.
Nice.
So Greg also had another question, and he wanted to know why this club, right? So I'll say why this club for me. Vicky and I bought our Charger. It was a car that we both wanted, and we were looking around at different what places where we're trying to find other people who had the same car and kind of were into cars. Vicky's a gearhead just like me. And I don't know, we went to a couple of cars and coffees in a couple of different places, and I don't know, we just kind of didn't really feel like we fit or anybody was real friendly or anything like that. And so we're like, well, why don't we just try and do our own thing? And so I don't even know how we put the word out for the first meet.
So we were just going to cars and coffee and meeting people and seeing who would take interest. And then we're like, well, let's create a Facebook page, because then maybe people want to have questions, and we can maybe set up some meets or just kind of find other people. And that's when we met Peter. Peter's definitely one of the OGs in the group, if y'all know him. And then Rudy's still around. Doesn't come out as often, but Rudy's definitely one of the OGs, along with Tony the Blue Scat.
Is Rudy with the gray with the black stripes backpack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you guys, not that Rudy.
Not that,
Rudy,
yeah.
you met him at Tony's birthday party. He had the long beard.
Yeah.
Shorter guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
okay,
Rudy
sure.
and Peter were one of the OGs. But yeah, like that's how we started it. And then before we knew it, we did our first meet, and happily ever after.
Yeah. So, and it's worked out pretty well. Like, we've got a pretty amazing group of people. I think we got near or just north of 50 cars badged, and we've got a large Facebook following. And Vicky is our club president, and yeah, man, we just have fun. Like, our kind of whole motto is keep it fun, and we kind of
have thick skin.
Yeah, I have thick skin, man. We've got this group chat, and man, it flies in there. But how about y'all, man? What would you say for you guys? What?
Well, like I mentioned, this was like my first instance of doing anything remotely like this. So the only thing I wanted to do, was like hopefully find a group of people that were as welcoming, at least as you guys. It's really awesome to like hit it, nail it first try like that. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a couple of people that say they've had bad experiences. I have actually talked to a few people that I got bad experiences with cars.
I know exactly what you mean, man. I like to hit it on the first try too.
Proceed. But, I didn't know what to expect, but like I mentioned, when I first found you guys, it was like right away. I was like, yeah, this is what's up. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was looking for. Exactly right. And I welcome you. Just about the cars. It's about the cars. It's about spending time. Nothing more. No, we don't need the fucking. We don't need to burn out the donuts on the ground. We don't need
Sometimes we
tire
do.
marks. We don't need the digs. Like, cool. Gotcha. Fucking need attention. And I was like, yeah, that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah. How about you, Herb?
Shoot, I met Tony first, and then that next day he told me to come out to the car meet and meet you guys. And then I met Sosa next, my twin. Shout out to Sosa. And it was just, I go off positive energy, so I'm very observant, and I'm just kind of scoping out everything. I was like, all right, they're cool.
Yeah,
I can see something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just like, like when I get my car, like I do want to join a car club. It was like, which one. I don't want to join like the big ones like HT or like all the other ones like that. I just wanted something more family oriented, and I just keep getting lucky, man. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, here we are now. I'm your court marshal. I love it. If I gotta beat somebody up or punch somebody in the mouth, no pun intended, then that's what I gotta do. But I love you guys, so let's keep it going.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Next question comes from Nightmare, right? And quick story about
Yeah.
Nightmare. She came to us after just buying a brand new Challenger, and man, I think we see it with everybody who comes and they join the club, and they see that everybody is really active and about working on their cars or modding their cars, and you know, the energy kind of feeds off of itself and builds. But Nightmare showed up and she had like lights on already. She had
The honeycomb
yeah, the
spread,
honeycomb, you know, wrap the interior, and I was like, damn. And she was like, she was telling us she just barely got the car, and she's like, yeah, you know, this is, you know, the car I've always wanted, and like, right, you know, from meeting her for like 10 minutes, like I knew she was like part of our family, right?
She rich.
Dude,
I'm telling y'all, don't
I
let
know
that
that.
fool y'all.
Don't let her fool you.
Nightmare is easily my girl's favorite car. Like Kiki's favorite car is Nightmare's. Like she always points it out, like, oh, that's the, like she always notices whatever Nightmare does to her car.
Yeah, I mean, she's got like what, Freddy Krueger on there.
Yeah, she always spots.
Sorry,
Like, oh, I like the scratches on the.
Yeah, so the theme on her car is Nightmare.
This is her favorite month too. So hey, get scary. Ah!
I love scary Exorcist.
Right. So anyways, Nightmare was asking or wanting to know, like what other upgrades do you guys have planned or pipe dreamed for your cars?
Shit. Man, I want to do everything to it. Hellcat swap, Y body. I mean, I want to do everything to it. I mean, but honestly, like right now, I just probably just get air intake, just pretty much like that. I already got the wheels and tires, so I'm pretty much cool. Wicker bill. And then for the wicker bill, I want to put Colt Marshall in the middle in red, reflective. Nice. So just gotta let y'all know who I am out here in the streets. Changed my license plate to the Colt Marshall abbreviation that I did.
Oh, that is awesome. I didn't even know that. I want to see that.
Yeah. Pretty much everything came with the car that I already wanted to do to it. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to put the Daytona back on it, but it's going to say Herbtona. I want to put the air box and change the grill. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make it look like how I want it. You know what I'm saying? But in due time, I have the car now, so I'm happy. So it's cool.
Right. How about you, Lester? Any mods or anything that you got on the horizon?
Yeah, dude. Oh, right. In the meantime, first things first, I need to pay off. I want to pay off. Like first, and I'm really close to that right now. That's my fact. That above all is the number one priority. That's like the number one putting goal for me is pay it off. That's why it still looks the way it is. You know, ultimately, a 1,000 horsepower track cannon.
Ooh.
I want to be on the track all the time. 1,000 horsepower, no excuses. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that I want to reach 1,000 horsepower DIY. That's my personal goal. Like that's actually kind of a bucket list dream of mine. I already accomplished the manual driving of my bucket list with the car. Now I want to DIY it by turning this thing into 1,000 horsepower myself. Meaning whatever it takes, I want to be able to say that I did it. You know.
Mm-hmm. Right. Which is that's the Jesse James method. Like I built it. Yep.
I don't know what it is about it. I mean, sometimes I do that, but because I work in metal fabrication and all this, like I'm always turning wrenches in this shit in my life and all that. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, I'll just let somebody else do it. But then I want to dig into it myself. So that's always been like the ultimate dream of mine. Just pull out a fucking engine and get in there myself. You know, and I obsess with that. I love that. I love the idea of that, and that's why it's like that. You know, that's gonna be a much longer journey. I don't even care how it looks. I don't care if it stays the way it looks now forever. 1,000 horsepower, no excuses. DIY.
Man, that's cool, man. I can appreciate that, and I can appreciate wanting to do that build on your own. I mean, I don't know, it's weird because I come from a family of like auto racing mechanics, engineers, and like I barely know which end of the fucking screwdriver to use sometimes. Like Vicky's got to like even tell me. Like one day she calls me up and she's like, the car was getting hot. She's like, well, turn on the heat and roll the windows. I'm like, Vicky, come on. I'm like, I'm not like that dumb, but
What did you know? What did you know?
I did know. I did
but
know
did
that.
You turn on the heater?
Well, sometimes you just need to be reminded. But anyways,
I know that I'm getting like okay, next question.
Right.
So, that's fine.
And there's kind of two more. There's late Nightmare had another question, and also Jaime had one, and yeah, Jaime, man, like quick story backdrop on Jaime, and we'll probably have him on here at some point. Really cool dude. Showed up to one of our events, and he was really shy. Remember, he was really shy, and and
you would never know.
Yeah, and then like if we could have like known, like now then, but he's like, yeah, he works a lot, and he wasn't sure about being able to join or whatever, and now like the guy's like he's at like every event, and he's probably one of the biggest ride or dies in our club, man. Like, I mean, if there was like 5 people I had to call to go to war with that I knew would show up and be there, like he'd be one of those 5. And yeah. But his question is like, what other kind of projects do we all have going on outside of the car shit? And I guess I'll start off, like, obviously the vlog thing here, right? And really for me, the vlog kind of spun off from, I was doing comedy. I was learning comedy. I can't say I was doing it. I was doing open mics kind of, across in Hollywood and different spots, and just trying to like learn the craft. And then of course the COVID thing hit and all that went away. So the vlogs have really been, my only outlet to kind of, stay creative at 1, and 2, just work on kind of some storytelling and shit like that. So yeah, I'm a couple projects. I am working on a sketch. Progress is slow, but I'm working on putting together a sketch. Matter of fact, I was talking to a guy online today who's a producer and editor. And this guy's done hundreds of sketches, and he has formal training, and a lot of experience. And so I'm trying to kind of blend in with those other creative people, and just offering to go out and help them, with some free labor, just so I can kind of, be a fly on the wall and see, what they're doing and how they're doing it, kind of thing. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to the COVID thing being lifted so I can get back into the clubs and keep grinding. I want to get that first, show under my belt. And yeah, so that's really like that's kind of what I've got going on outside of the car club. How about you guys? Nice. Projects or hobbies?
Me, more tattoos, man. I love tattoos, bro.
So do you have like a theme, or is there some kind of like, is there like work undone, or are they all unique?
My chest is undone. So my right arm is the good side of my story, and my left arm is the bad shit of my life. So
interesting. I see. You got the woman respecter shirt on, so you can showcase and.
Yeah. I'm not a beater. I'm a respecter. You know what I'm saying? I respect my woman 100,000%, man. Like for real, she's amazing. No, but hobbies, man. I mean, shit. Actually, I just want to write more poetry, everything like that. I'm pretty big on poetry. I actually want to write, like, have like a book of poems or poetry type of thing like that.
Okay, Tupac.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Thug life. And nah, but just tattoos and poetry, man. That's pretty much like my biggest hobbies that I love to do.
No, that's dope,
Outside
man.
outside of video games and everything like that. So those are the
Video
two main
games
things.
and it's no secret, man. I'm just gonna put it out there that you're our resident, like, what do you call it, green thumb.
Oh my god, you're crazy.
Even the audience right now, Greg's like, hey, how come you ain't
Pass that shit? Yeah, I know.
I don't know why. I'm surprised.
Herb always
Look here. I'm always in the clouds, man. But when I need to come down to the ground and get serious, I'm about my shit, man. Like this shit is this is a fucking hobby. Smoking is a hobby, man. Like I guess I do great things when I have a blunt in my hand. I was told that, but you know, this is a hobby, man. Like it's fun, you know.
Yeah.
It's like
how about you, Lester? Any
Actually,
projects going on right now, or?
yeah, I'm trying to get a foothold on Twitch. If anybody doesn't know what that is, it's a streaming service online. You know, mostly broadcasting video games and such. And
nice.
like, you know, I don't know how everybody else feels, but video games that are in my life. You know what I'm saying? That was a major outlet for me. What it is. You know what I'm saying? It is now. And so I've tried very hard to stream on that for many years. It hasn't quite worked out, so I'm doing that right now. I'm on PlayStation 4, so for everybody who was in the chat party going off, you know, back and forth, I'm on PlayStation 4. But I'm also on PC. That's why I don't have an Xbox, because PC, I built my own. Yeah. And if anybody wants to know, my name's Now Testify on that, which would be the other thing, lead singer of bands. I've always been into music, but I can never afford the instrument. So the only way I can contribute to music is by singing. So that's why I was a singer for the last band I was with. And I think I did, you know, we did a good job of it. Of course, things got slow, and that's why we stopped. But
did you ever tour? You know, at least like locally or regionally, or?
We traveled. We traveled. You know, we traveled to Arizona, Nevada, like up north, California, and things like that. But it wasn't like, actually that's where we stopped. Like we were setting up our own little tour. It was supposed to be like a little 2-week tour, no big deal. But that never happened. We couldn't agree on the budget, so you know, that. But yeah, I guess the other biggest thing I'm trying to work on is streaming. And in the meantime, I'm actually trying to actually studying like the stock trading. You know.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's addicting,
Yeah.
bro.
Like that's a monster to learn, but I love studying stuff. That's something that I've always been into. I've always wondered how people play the game. And,
make my brain hurt.
Yeah. This year I've been doing a lot of homework on that, like stock trading, and it's something that I'd like to do after I'm done with the car. Because once I'm done with the car, I'm out of debt, and once I'm out of debt, I could definitely, you know, try to play the game a lot, and you know, that's something I'm into.
Right. So, another question we had in here was, how many tickets have you guys had since, if you're willing to share, since you joined the
Zero.
You probably just screwed yourself, but I got my first one, and it was an exhaust ticket on a cruise the Hollywood cruise.
Bullshit.
And it was really out of my
Yeah.
I was like, our car's straight piped and it's really loud. Well, maybe not really loud, but it's loud. And
Really loud.
I like hit the gas, and like motorcycle cop Johnny was right there, pulled me over, straight up dick. Took 4 cops for Beverly Hills cops to write an exhaust ticket. They verified every fucking piece of information on both Vicky and I, our insurance, our identities. Honestly, it was a big fucking shit show, and I won't get on a rant about it, but Beverly Hills PD, like,
Get on a rant, fuck them.
Dicks.
Cut 'em all.
if it takes 4 fucking
LPD.
to write an exhaust ticket, I mean, come on now, like,
Better you than me, but we won't get into that. But
That's what it sounded like. That's why I said it was like a gauntlet just to get up there. It felt like after a while, it was like, this is cool just to see if we could get up there without any shenanigans going on. Because in a matter of like a half-mile distance, I saw 2 people get pulled over. You were one of them. We missed our turn, and we ended up back somehow with the rest of the group. Like, yeah, you know, it was almost it was really interesting to see, and I saw like the world's ugliest lamp, you know, Ferrari. I don't care what anybody says, that was a god awful looking Ferrari. They Lucky Charms the shit out of it. That was.
I saw it. Yeah, it was.
That was oh my god! Like I didn't think you could make a Ferrari look bad. Guys, whoever did that, that was an abomination. They could be ashamed of themselves. There I said it. Anyways, yeah, I've received 1 ticket. And it was actually
Dustin.
here. It was back in February, and coming back from downtown LA, my girl and I were drinking on Saturday night. I saw the Charger headlights and behind me at 5 on the 5 freeway. I'm like, okay. Dude rolls up on me, the Charger headlights. I'm like, this fool's gonna follow me like every other car does. Okay, I get off the 5. I get off the 5 on Bandini Street or Bandini Road, whatever, and it get on Garfield Boulevard in East LA, and I go on this underpass. And the underpass is wide open, green light, everything. So of course, you know, I open it up. Boom! I open it up, and the Charger lights get further and further away, and then the blue lights come on, and I'm like,
gotcha.
What? Wait, who? Oh, you motherfucker! It's the cops. Okay. And he pulls me over. He's like, pulled you over because you were speeding, dude. You know, and I was like, okay. He's like, you know what, you're faster than we're going? I was like,
100.
I got an idea. He goes, I'm not gonna lie, I stopped it at 75. Like, okay. And he goes, and he's like, how many, have you been drinking tonight? I said, yeah. Like, how many do you have? And I said, 1. And he goes, you sure? Yep. And when was your last drink? I was like, about 30, 45 minutes ago. There you go. He walks away, comes back. He's like, how long ago was it? I was like, about 30, 45 minutes ago. He goes, you want to test that? I said, sure, let's do it. And he gave me the little test.
Wait, so was it the breathalyzer or the roadside test?
The roadside test, just follow my finger, stand on one leg, follow my finger. And he was like, how many have you had?
Oh, Hemi.
This dog, man, like it's only when I'm trying to do something. This dog. Oh my god, he's such a baby.
The dog. She goes, I go 1. He goes, all right, go back in your car. He goes, what'd you have? I said, Irish Mule. Where were you? Downtown LA. He's like, where? I was like, where are you going? I'm going home, right here in East LA. He's like, all right, I'm gonna let you go, but I'm gonna clock you at 75 miles an hour. And that's because he's like, just for the record, you were getting away at 75 miles an hour. I just decided to stop it at 75 miles an hour. I was like,
damn.
Fair enough. I was like, fair enough.
Dude, that's
So, 1.
Yeah.
Nah, I got 0. I mean, shout out to my other triplet out there, Dustin. But he said knock on wood, but I guess. No, I
Man,
mean,
I am looking-
honestly, I have no tickets or anything like that because I guess I know when to pick and choose to hit it or not, and plus the job that I have, my career, I have to be kind of clean from anything. So
man, playing a dangerous game, man. Karma, I'm telling you.
yeah, I mean, especially with my car now, from having the Honda to having my car now, is like I'm just a moving target every time I'm in that, like just every time. But I only go minimum 70, like 72, like that's the minimum that I do on the freeway. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm cool.
Right.
I do play with karma a lot though, and I think I need to stop. But knowing me, I think I'll continue to pick and choose until that day comes. That's just me. But yeah.
No, that was just it. It was just like, oh, here comes another Charger that wants to, whatever.
Some smoke.
Yeah, it just whatever I don't have time for, and it was just okay. You come equipped with blue and red lights. Oh, right.
Nope, don't do it. Don't
Wrong
do
kind
it.
of Charger. All right.
Well, no, that's cool. I can definitely appreciate, kind of getting to know you guys a little bit more and hearing about the car stuff. We don't, I haven't really shared a whole lot of that on the vlog. But yeah, definitely we'll have some more folks from the car club, and as I've got to know people, we've got people who run businesses from a young age. We've got young entrepreneurs, doing big things, and we've got
a lot of veterans.
Yeah, veterans and people from all walks of life, man. And that's what humbles me about the whole club is that we can all kind of get together, and some of us are Trumpsters and some of us are Bumpsters. Nah, speaking of that, but we can get together and we can have a good time and respect each other, for the cars and but speaking of the Bumpsters, man, did y'all see the debate last night?
No.
I heard it was a shit show. And I was on the Xbox. I don't got time to be watching that bullshit. I'm sorry, y'all.
Right?
It is what it is. But I heard everybody was cussing after the whole shit show.
I just want to see him fight. Shit. I was just like, let's just fight already. Do you know what I mean? Let's fight.
They already have so many memes and everything of them talking shit to each other. Man, if I was Biden, I would have went over there. Man, fuck this Secret Service. I'm slapping this motherfucker. We can all go to jail.
So that sounds like good and all, but I don't know if Biden could beat up a wet blanket, man. He looks like he's got one leg in the grave, man.
They both can't fight.
True, right?
It's just
It's let's just say I'm really glad we don't talk about that in the club, because
hell no.
Minds over it, dude. Like I said last time, this year has really challenged relationships, and
I kind of like y'all still.
I really appreciate Vicky making it clear to check that at the door, and man, because I would love to have those conversations, but not at the scenes, not at the events. That's man.
You won't have your Hellcat anymore.
You know what? For record, I want to see people like Lorenzo at the events. If you bring the energy like that's what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Personally, I think it's funny and there's 2 more of these fucking things, right? And I'm like, I don't need to see any more. Let's just run it right now. Let's just go right now. We don't need to see any more of these fucking debates. But I honestly think of the pay-per-view, right? If they lined up a fucking pay-per-view, winner take all, fucking you get the president, you win the presidency, and you get the fucking the cash prize on pay-per-view fight. Bro, that would be
man, there's gonna be a lot of broken bones and shit like that. It's in the first 2 minutes.
It'd be like watching bum fights, kind of. It's like
I'm so down for it. I would pay to I would pay to just turn all the clocks to November 3rd. Just let it go, dude. Just move it on.
Yeah,
I don't care
I'm
who
with you
wins,
on
bro.
that, man.
I
Like,
don't care who wins. Everybody just get back to just get
but
back to work. I don't care. You know, like, bro.
Man,
Yeah, no, it's
but love or hate Trump, man. Like, you gotta admit, man, the dude is entertaining at the least. Like he thinks, this guy thinks he's running like a fucking sorority, right? Like he's like just says shit, just says it,
or like he's running a fucking code. That's what he's
right?
doing.
And like it's so outlandish, and you're like, I can't believe it, but it's kind of funny.
yeah. At this point, it's like if your goal was to appeal to the lowest common
Oh,
denominator,
hit me.
yeah, there you go, dude. You definitely did it. Like, oh, that guy don't speak politics. He speaks like me. Like, yeah. I know that's why you probably voted for him. That's fine. Yeah, it's cool. I don't.
Here's another question from Nightmare. She says, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?"
Oh
And
man,
I can start that off. Honestly, I'm a chauffeur now. If a lot of people don't know that, I be driving how high profile snitch rappers like 6ix9ine and shit like that. Don't tell nobody. No, but on some,
I would take
some
that
real
off,
shit.
man. I'd have to have,
Yeah.
No,
I'd have to be strapped.
no, but on some realness, in the next 5 years, I see myself either investing into the company or owning my own driving business.
Right.
Either way, I'm going to be making some good money because in that industry, man, you get a lot of contracts, accounts, as we call it, and just networking, man. I could be a personal driver for somebody. It's just the type of person that I am. I need to be in the field to match my energy. You know, I can't be a police officer and be nice. Like I have to be kind of an asshole and don't give a fuck about nobody and just do my job. But I'm not like that. I'm pretty much like a humanitarian or whatever. And I just love people. I just love the world. I just want peace. And if everybody was like me, I feel like the world would be a better place.
There
So,
you have it, man. It's
I agree.
eloquently put. How
Jaime,
about
I
you,
will hire
Lester? 5 years, where you at?
5 years from now, out of debt. If I'm still working for this company I'm with now, project manager. I gotta be. I mean, I've been welding. I've been fabricating with metal for way too long. If I'm not doing that, I'm teaching this. I feel like I could be an amazing teacher of welding. And if we're all to me, all year I wish I can teach people how to weld just so that they can have that skill. And in case shit hit the fan like it did this year, they can start doing something like that and fucking go to work. Because I 100% I'm fortunate enough to say that, hey, welding is now pandemic proof. Well, I know that the fucking government ain't gonna shut me down if I fucking if shit hit the fan. So if we're, I wish I could do that. 5 years from now, out of debt. If not, if I don't have my own business by then, project manager for the company I'm with now. I want to make this the last company I work for because, like I said, I'm studying a lot about. I've been studying a hell of a lot about finances, how to deal with them, how to, become entrepreneurial and stuff like that. Shout out to everybody that's doing it on their own. Fucking Pikachu and Tony and all them dudes. Everybody else who's trying to fucking start something on their own. Straight credit to them. Straight 100% fucking inspirational because that's what it's all. That's what it's all about. Like there's no fucking excuse for not trying it. I saw the other day Tony was being a little hard on himself, because he was, he's getting off, or he's getting his business venture on the ground, that shit's gonna off the ground. That shit's gonna take time. You know, of course, everybody got into his ear by then, but hey, that's nothing short of restoring your father. You know, chasing his dream and he's doing what he wants to do, and everybody should be fucking trying to shit. Everybody, no matter what. And for anybody who was able to do that and has the opportunity if you could, fucking do it.
Right. No, I think that's said wisely. 5 years from now, right? I'm kind of an old dog. I've been in the corporate game for a minute, and to be honest, I'm very like thankful for the opportunities and blah blah blah. But I'm ready to be out doing something I love, right? And so in 5 years, I'd like to be on the road doing comedy and not doing corporate work and kind of getting up and doing something that I'm passionate about, but at the same time, I've got responsibilities. I've got, some older kids, they're out of the house. I've been, got some big plans with Lucky. Yeah, Lucky.
Like,
I got some big plans with Lucky. We're about to build this shit out of that car.
Goddamn, Lucky.
I'm moving Lucky into the spare room over here. Like, we're gonna get an apartment together. Lucky, we got some plans, and it's not just the car. No, just kidding. So we got some plans. I can't wait to see where I am down the road with this lovely lady. We've gone through quite a bit, and I think in 5 years, I'd like to have a retirement or a semi-retirement home in Mexico somewhere near some water. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of where I see myself in 5 years, and I'm just trying to keep up on. Vicky shows me her phone, but her font is like size.
I was asking, because Lucky actually had a really good question, so I don't want to miss this one.
He says, if you had to drive a car, non-Mopar, same price bracket as your current car, what would it be? You have to choose one, and why, motherfucker? That's what he said.
You have to drive a car same price bracket. Now that's actually a really good question.
That is a good one.
Non-Mopar same price bracket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was 50K out the door. Are we talking that or new? Like,
nobody
like,
needed
right
to
now.
Price drop now or like.
No, like right. What car would you choose right now?
Oh damn!
Or
I had this in the back of my head all the time. Probably the Supra.
oh damn.
Right, probably the Supra. I don't even think it's in that price, but yeah, most likely it's the Supra. I was on the road recently, and like I said, I had a Supra next to me. It was the first one I saw, and that thing fucking flew. It didn't. I didn't hear it. It just blew away. And I was like, holy shit, that thing. Fuck, it's absurd. It was fucking fast. I was
Nice
like, gotta be it. I don't think there's enough of them out there, and they look fucking ugly as hell, to be honest. But
damn.
That was a monstrosity of a fucking car that flew away.
Shit, I would choose shit. Mine is what 36 out the door. I'll probably get like a 5 Series BMW around that price.
Yeah, not bad.
Because I do like the M5, it's twin turbo and everything like that. But yeah, it would be a 5 Series.
Yeah.
Just to keep the the sedan and everything. So they're pretty cool.
I'm trying to remember what car was I trying to talk you into, like when we were thinking.
Get a Mustang, Vicky. It's fucking awesome.
I wanted to put that money into a cloud. So I have a thing for old Chevys. Ooh. I would have dropped that money on a nice muscle. Like my favorite all-time car, and I hope to one day have it again because I used to have it and I had to get rid of it once I had kids. Was a '69 Chevy Nova. I used to race it in school and raise some funds. But,
you used to race, gangster? Damn, Sean, you picked a great one. Damn.
But ultimately, I dropped that on a nice plastic and just built it my way, my style. I would have. I think I would have. I would have wanted that. I don't know about Sean.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember. There was a car that I was thinking about, that
I remember you were,
if we
but
didn't, man, it must have been not important, but same price range. Um, it would definitely be something fast. Maybe a Corvette. Like it was. I think at the price range that we bought our car, we could probably get a used Corvette, or maybe like the entry level Corvette. Yeah.
Fast.
wants the link.
Yep.
Pikachu.
Super fast.
Pikachu, I guess, wants to. I
Pikachu.
opened up the forum, for somebody to make a quick spot, and Pikachu is trying to jump in here with us. I put the link on the in our group chat here. So Pikachu.
Another question Nightmare had, will you start your own YouTube channels? Honestly, yeah, once I get a GoPro and everything, and I learn all the techniques of editing and doing all the blogging and everything, best is I would definitely start a YouTube, and it'd be fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Mopar all day. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to. I actually wanted to start on go on the journey at least to document the journey that I remember I was saying mentioning my road to Mopar DIY. I wanted that to be documented on. I would love to. I actually wanted to start on.
That feedback is crazy, yo.
Yeah, I think it's Lucky working out his audio.
Lucky.
If anybody can figure it out, it's him. He's an electronics guy. But yeah.
Shout out to Green Machine. What's up?
Oh yeah. Green Machine checking in.
Pikachu's a man, dude.
We gotta sound like crazy weird, right? Like, cause we call each other by like our car nicknames, and that sounds like really juvenile.
Because they're you have the.
For me, like, I just didn't know a better way to I didn't know a better way to remember people's names. And Green Machine, if you're trying to get in and you're on an iPhone, you need to copy and paste the URL into your Safari, into your web browser. You can't just hit the link. Unfortunately for you lame ass iPhone users.
Hey.
All right.
It's asking us for a password.
Yeah. If you do it, if you copy and paste the link, it'll. But nonetheless, yeah, it looks like Lucky's back in the waiting room. Let's admit him back in, see if he gets some better.
Because we're safe and secure. We just not gonna pop up anywhere.
Here we go. There's the myth, the man, the legend,
the Punisher.
How you doing?
I'm chilling. How are you guys?
Hey,
we're pretty good. So Lucky is the club co-VP. Honestly, really lucky that, man, someone got to turn their TV down. Really lucky to have him with us, man. He's like a real interesting story, and Lucky, I want to get you on your own kind of a vlog by yourself, just to kind of. I'm really interested to hear your story. Having worked in the what would you call it? Operations entertainment business, or what is it?
Yeah, production and entertainment.
Yeah, production entertainment business, and then branched off and start doing his own thing. And yeah, man, he's had a pretty wild ride, and I think it'd be a cool story to listen to. But Lucky drives a kind of the car I think a lot of us, wouldn't mind driving.
Oh yeah.
Some of us in this conversation have driven it. Why don't you tell us about that, Lorenzo? Like, what was that like?
Like a fucking fat kid in the candy store. Like, oh man.
Was there a lot of coaching going on, or was it just like Lucky you just sat back and
Nah, you have to be coached. Definitely, if you haven't dealt with that type of horsepower, just with that car alone, you know what I'm saying? I just drive a freaking almost 400 horsepower car, and that's just devil level right there. But just listen and have fun, you know what I'm saying? And he just let me have fun, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be focused or you'll fuck yourself up, like honestly. But it was fun. I drove it first time in drive. It was cool. And coming back and shifting, amazing. So shout out to Lucky, man. Thank you for letting me test drive that thing, man.
Now,
Crazy.
Lucky, were you in the passenger seat like squirming, or were you pretty good? You look. I saw the video, and you look pretty good, man. Like I might have been a little on edge, man. I'd have been like, man, don't. I don't know if I'd be more afraid of safety or having the car fucked up.
Nah,
Wow.
I was fine. It was
But jumping
I
a
was
bit
just
of
worried about him missing a shift because it can happen. Like it typically like you'll prematurely shift and then you'll lose out on the car lifting. But I was worried about him like maybe missing a shift or something like that and redlining, but he was fine. He was totally fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I safely drive for a living, so I mean, I gotta be a pro at something. You know?
Hey, you did totally fine. It's just when all that adrenaline's happening and the car is so loud and everything's happening, it's just one of those things. Like missing that shift is the worst thing that could happen.
I slightly missed it.
You were fine. I thought you were gonna miss one, but you caught it. You caught it just in time.
Appreciate it.
No, you were fine.
So when you jump back in your car, and that was like, you know, one of the reasons why I went Lucky when you had Helen, you know, you a couple times you're like, oh, take it for a spin, and I'm like, man, I don't want to ruin it for my car, man. Like, so when you got back in your car, like you were riding like on horseback, or
I was definitely disappointed at what I've chosen. You know, for my car choices, you know, I was like, damn, why I should have got a Hellcat or a Scat Pack just to get a little oomph. Nah, but you appreciate what you have, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just the timing is like you'll get there, but it was definitely a fun experience.
Yeah.
So.
What's it like riding in there? Is it loud? Obviously, it's probably loud. Does it rumble, or is it? I mean, what kind of ride is it? I mean, you don't do that kind of work for the ride, but
It's the same as you hear from the outside.
Yeah.
It just gets more. It just you clinch everything up when you actually are in the driver's seat. Like, I'll be honest with you, I clenched up everything. I was like, yeah.
The passenger seat is definitely a lot scarier than the driver's seat.
Facts.
Okay. Yeah. Has Chelsea driven it, Lucky? And
not yet. She'll drive it probably when it comes back at the end of the month. She's pretty good at driving fast cars. I mean, she hauls a lot of ass in her car. So she does pretty good. So just because there was still a lot of weird tweaks that needed to happen on it, I didn't want her to be caught in a weird situation driving it right now and not know what to do. So we'll see when it comes back. She drove Helen a couple times to the grocery store, like lighting up the block and shit.
But that's funny. And like when we get you one-on-one, man, I want to like we'll get more into like, you know, Lucky's got a Karen, you know, in the neighborhood, so it makes getting his car you know, in and out interesting. But another thing is I'll drop all your guys' Instagrams in the description, so those of you out there hit these guys' Instagrams and you'll see, you know, why the passion for the cars is so strong, and there's a lot of cool photos, and we do a lot of real cool trips and see a lot of cool things, and we've got some photographers in our group who are like really talented and take some really cool photos. So also joining us is I opened it up to a few of our car club members here for the last kind of segment.
Snaps! Here she is.
Dream Pikachu. And again, he's another cat with a real interesting story who I'm going to get one-on-one. I'm going to go down to his shop. He runs a mobile business, and I can't wait to come down and see you and hear about, you know, kind of how the Dream Pikachu came to be. And then Miss Ashley, the Nightmare. We were talking about her earlier in her Freddy car. And so yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I mean, you guys have been with the club now for a little bit, and you know, any thoughts, feelings, gripes, complaints, moans, groans?
Oh wow.
I didn't ask you that.
No, I'm just saying, like you said, moan and groans, like, oh wow. Like,
Only groans. No, like I said, it's really refreshing to see so many people on the same page about what the club's about, which is pretty much it's about the cars and it's about getting together and actually like you guys preach, it's about family and being for each other here and what I'm saying. All of the stuff is second nature and we leave it there, we check it at the door. Like I mentioned, like all the entrepreneurs in the club, or we're all out there doing your own thing. Please keep doing it. Follow that. Never stop chasing the dream, because it's gonna happen one day.
What are you giving Gino, Lucky? What is he?
He's trying to take my protein shake.
I was gonna say, you giving him like a juice box? Did he get like his own Go-Gurt or something?
No, he wants my protein shake for whatever reason.
Dude, he'll have to sit for a week, man. Let him get it.
Yeah.
His farts are already so bad. He like only farts in front of a fan. He's such a dick.
Man after my own heart, man. The Nightmare. What about you? What's good with you? Like, you've been a little bit on the. We haven't seen you a whole lot lately. I know you got a lot of things going on, but doing well.
Yeah, everything's good. Just been dealing with family, taking care of people.
Yep. It doesn't stop, right? And Jonathan and Pikachu, you weren't like sucking on a condom, were you, man? Like, what was that in your mouth, man?
What the hell?
Oh, it's a knife.
I was like, damn, man.
It's called Bollies, but it's nice. It's fucking hot. I was trying to open that sucker because it's fucking hot in here.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know about you guys, man. Like, but it was like 97, and there's no air conditioning in this house because it's never that hot. Oh my god.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Nah, we got Mopar SoCal pets, man. We got Akamaru, we got Herb Jr., we got every pet you can think of. Hemi, that little crew over there, the hot dog crew.
Yeah. Gino was being a trooper, man. Like, Gino was out at Cars and Coffee last weekend.
Big Gino, you know what I'm saying?
And I think the temperature was supposed to be or forecasted to be like in the mid 70s, but damn, it felt so much warmer out there.
Yeah, like 80 something.
And Gino's like an old car, man. Like, it just gets gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and then like, yeah, man. And I just seen him. He was just sprawled out, all four legs kicked out, just his tongue wagging. But
Gino is like Lucky in his car, just chilling, just always talking. Like, all right, always trying to be buff. Always trying to walk around like buff. Like, I told you, Lucky, tone it down a little bit, man. Just go like that.
yeah,
no, but I love Gino, man. I love all the pets, man. They're pretty awesome. You gotta have a day for them.
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, we've been talking about that, about doing like a pet meetup, or like a park or something, a dog friendly park, and bringing your pets or your dogs or your pet ferret. Or how is Akamaru doing?
It's my best friend.
He got some special love for Urban.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing good, he's just acting crazy. He's trying to jump. Look, he just came downstairs when he's not supposed to be jumping. He's just going crazy. But he's a little bit better, he's trying to get on the wild side. He's
yeah,
ready for that Mopar life.
Right, Akamaru, Mopar, and I think that it brings me to like a really good point, right? Where I think we were out at a club event. Was it my birthday night that night? And the dog, and there he is. Akamaru got away, And when Pikachu and his wife got home, he was gone. They went out and looked for him for like 4 or 5 hours, and then they posted flyers all over the city. But um, Herb Lorenzo and his lady Lex also, went out and hit the streets for hours, posting flyers, talking to people, looking for the dog, and like that's what I mean. Like we can all have cool cars, money can buy cars, right? That shit comes and goes, but like when you meet people who are willing to like put their own shit aside or be uncomfortable, to help, that's to me that runs a lot deeper.
Give me 1
Yeah.
sec.
Yeah. Then that's really rare to find. That's why I definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard enough to get like 2 or 3 people on the same page. You got this many people. You got an entire chat group on Facebook of people that share the same sentiment. That's really cool.
Right. I know there was another time where we had another member's car and he got stuck on when David got stuck on like a hill or something.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
he was like out the door before he was like, dude, I'll get fucking some 2x4s and and we'll fucking wedge the thing out of there so you can drive it out. And
Or
like,
even when Destiny broke down on our Santa Barbara cruise, like Juan was ready to strap her up and pull her down, but
right.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
It's nice. It's nice because like the networking comes into play. Oh hey, you live over here. Oh, I didn't know you're right next door. Hey, let me know when when you want to cruise around or whatever. You want to just go out and drive around. What's up? Or if you need anything, let me know. I'm right here. It's really nice. It really is. We're not here to, like I said, we're not here to show out. It's not about egos or creating some sort of image. The image comes with itself. Like I said, this ain't about whether it's only Emmys or V8s or whatever. Clearly, it's not about that. And clearly, we're doing something right. We're catching the attention of the right people. We're catching everybody's attention either way. So
Yeah, but I see it as like we're not even trying to do that, we're just trying to do it, and
We're doing ourselves, so we are doing something right or wrong to certain people. But I mean, shit, I don't got time to deal with all the cocky and the big egos because I deal with that shit in my personal life. So you come with the car club, you gotta go, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like, Vicky, you better get him before I do.
I got you. Like I tell everyone, like I'm watching. You may not see me, but when those eyes, the little dot pops up.
Shit, I'm running away.
Those
like,
707 stickers.
Hey, shout out to my guy, man. I think he only likes me, man. Shout out to my guy. I ain't gonna say the name, but shout out to my guy.
707.
Your bestest buddy out there, your number one fan.
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, guys, this has ran on pretty long, right? But I appreciate Lorenzo, Herb, and
The gang.
and for the rest of you guys to jump in kind of here last minute here at the end. I will put everybody's Instagram handle up on the description of in YouTube. If you check this out, and if you're not a car dude or whatever, still hit them up and take a look. There's some pretty good content. You might see some places around LA or in other places too that you may want to go hit up, and I think there's some really good content for you gearheads. I definitely want to get Lucky. I'd like to get with you.
Okay, Green Machine.
Like an exclusive, on your car, and even more importantly, just kind of on you, man. I think you've done some pretty cool things, man, to be as young as you are. Same thing with you, Pikachu, man. Like, being a young entrepreneur, man. We'll get an episode with you up, pretty quick too. And
can I do one last quick shout out? Because we're just talking about fam.
Oh yeah.
So I know I mentioned Destiny real briefly, and she's like again one of our OGs too. She came out to our very first meet. So just really quick. So my kids got into a wreck over the weekend. Destiny sent her man out to go check my son's car and see what's the work that's gonna need to require and all this and that. So shout out to Destiny for hooking the fam up. I appreciate it. That was it.
Yeah, and it's cool. I can't wait. Speaking of Destiny, she just got her car to the shop
She
and
just
it's
had it
with a
wrapped,
brand new wrap.
and now it's going in
It's-
for bag.
Yeah, and
It's beautiful.
she's bagging it. You know what I mean? Like she not to go down a rabbit hole, but she somebody online was giving her a hard time of like, well, why are you doing all this work to a Dodge Dart, right? And she, and I thought her answer was
Doesn't
like,
matter.
yeah, she was like, like worry about your own shit, like my, you don't pay my car payment, but you know what, and that's the one of the things I really like about cars is like, we may not, you may see something that you're like, well, I wouldn't do that, or that's not me, but you know what I mean? Like everybody has their own thing, like everybody, has the bandwidth to do what they do, and then they have the creativity or imagination to do what they want to do, and so I can respect that, and I can't wait to see her car though. She's got a matte pink wrap, and
Yeah.
I think she
Gorgeous.
put new wheels on it too, I think.
It's new wheels and
We all know. I mean, the car is for them, not for everybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. What makes us us? What makes you you? Fuck 'em.
They just don't have a Colt Marshall. That's all what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Colt
It's
Marshall,
just,
like-
I'm just so tired of them trying to be like
Yeah.
us. It's just like, go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But, before we wrap this up, man, I just want to give a shout out to everybody, every member that's like actually badged and on the chat and everything. Each and one of you guys, like, you hold a special place in my heart.
Oh,
Like I could get in full detail another time, but every person here.
hey,
we
can you write
family,
mine in
like-
an email and send it to me tonight? So I want to read it before I go to sleep.
All right, I'll make sure I put a kissy mark on the side too for you. Just for a big
Sign it XOXO.
But to what Herb said, I told everyone in the club brings a certain special something.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
wouldn't be
Yeah,
without
that's
some-
true. That's very true.
Especially
And
Craig.
and on a
Always pulling out
side
fights.
note, like shout out to Wifey too. You know what I'm saying? Just she really love you guys too and everything, and just continue to love her and love on her, please. She
Whoa,
needs it.
whoa.
No, like thank you for
Like
making
Herb
her.
said, he told me. Like,
No, but it's very important though. Like you've got to have the wifeys or the hubbies supporting what you do. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it just doesn't work out.
which it kind of brings me, and I hope you don't mind, Lucky, like me saying this, and don't punch me out or squeeze the life out of me when you see me. But like your lady is so cool, man, and she be throwing these like side jokes, man. Like I love it because she's so quiet. Like she don't have to be like loud about it, But like some of the little jokes when we were on the Vegas cruise, man,
Cracks
it
me
had
up.
us dying. So,
That's funny.
Yeah, she's got that sometimes.
I like people that don't have much to say, but they've got like that, like the few when their humor hits, it hits like perfect.
The one-liners.
Yeah.
I appreciate the one-liner.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Nightmare, any closing thoughts?
No, not really. I mean, it was a great show. You guys answered all the questions I had. If you have any questions for me, let me know.
Okay. How about you, Pikachu? Any closing thoughts?
No, not really. I mean, like jumped in late. I wish I would have got the invite sooner. Just saying.
Just check the chat next time.
In
Man,
fairness,
you
it was very
guys,
impromptu.
if there's anybody that deserves his own, vlog, it would be, you guys right here. Yeah, all the cats have been doing their own thing, like I said, for a long time. This is the reason I met you guys. He was posting up on his event.
Yeah, the ladies are next though. All the ladies got to be led by Vicky.
I'm gonna be
Or
here.
not.
Hey, you got one right here.
It's gonna be.
If they all, I mean, I know you're gonna get around to everyone, which is cool. So I'm saying, so this was a great, this was a lot of fun. This was a great honor. I'm glad. I'm
Appreciate
glad.
it.
I'm happy that anybody even asked questions. Thank you. and I'm so down to see more of this in the future.
Yeah, no, cool. We'll definitely do it. Maybe put together like a ladies' night, let you guys have it for.
I'm already thinking
It'll
about
be-
it. It's gonna get done.
Hey,
We're
I'm
gonna think
thirsty.
about
I'm
it.
thirsty for subscribers and likes on the channel. So like, I mean, if I gotta like sell it on the corner, like then so be it.
All right, if you see a Suburban, don't ask. You gonna see everybody pull up.
Right. All right, y'all, man.
That's
Everybody out
funny.
there, stay safe. And for those of you viewing this, yeah, it was a long one, man. And if you made it to the end, tip of the cap to you. Be sure to hit the channel and subscribe. Give us a like or a share. And then also be sure to hit up the Instagram tags. I'll put up everybody's Instagram tags on the in the description. Hit those tags and give them a like, and you'll be on a journey to see some pretty cool shit. All right, everybody stay safe.
Good night.
Everyone have a good night.
Bye.